Alright, I'm gonna start by just throwing this out there. Did they really need 5+ people to do this job? Seriously? One person to open the doors, one person to set the crate down, one person to fasten the crate, one person to put the cantaloupe in the crate, one person to check the crate, and then 2 people to shut the door. I understand. Teamwork. We just lost Benjamin. We're all super sad. It was just highly inefficient. Starting off, holy hell, the lady afraid of the tiger was amazing. Okay, I think I just pissed myself. Though I kind of feel like I'd want to live in the kingdom because most of them talk, so they have these hidden lessons in their dialogue. It reminds me of a children's show trying to teach children good morals and life lessons by beating them over the head with it. Now let's move on to the classic Walking Dead formula. Show a character a little bit more this episode, maybe show his family and friends talking about him, and then, oh no, he died this episode. How shocking. If you've made it this far into The Walking Dead and you didn't know that he was dead 5 minutes into this episode, then you're a really optimistic person, and I like you. I will say I really like the touch of adding the spot of blood on the sheet for where they gave him a head wound after he died to keep him from turning. Which, even though this isn't the first time we've seen a character bleed out from their wound and die, I still appreciate the variety of deaths that we have on the show. Carol is still having her mental breakdown. I know people get tired of characters being mopey or angry. I have a limit too, but I'm still loving their depiction of depression, grief, and PTSD in the show and how ongoing it can be, which I'll talk a little bit more about mental illness with Morgan. Carol also gave us the best game of Lemmings ever. Then we had Carol refusing to teach Benjamin her sick moves, and Carol refusing to teach him her killing ability was kinda twofold. She keeps her badass loner image intact, and she doesn't teach some young person how to do what is currently destroying her on the inside. Maybe threefold if you believe she doesn't want to get close to any children after losing Sophia, Lizzie, Micah, and Sam, even though we saw her taking care of Judith. So maybe that is part of the reason she decided to fight in the end, not just because her friends' deaths, but also because Benjamin offered to miss the drop if she would show him how to kill the walkers, and she refused. He went to the drop and was killed. There might be some guilt in that. I'm not sure I believe Benjamin is the hugest motivator for her right now, but it may be in the back of her head. But Carol, how do you keep indirectly, though sometimes directly, keep getting kids killed? I want to know your secret. Now on to Richard. Richard, what were you thinking? It's hard to completely hate Richard. I liked his character, I understood his motivation, but how did he not think this through? With the Saviors, there's just way too many variables. Yes, okay, they said they would kill you first, but you didn't take into account them pulling some other kind of bullshit? That's practically their MO. And besides that, anything could have happened to make them kill someone besides you, such as Benjamin calling Ratface. I'm really surprised it took Morgan so long to kill him though. I thought when he first went into Richard's room, he was just going to either punch him out or kill him. The build-up to him choking Richard was even better though, and really illustrated how much Morgan has just had a break. Despite it not being executed like he originally planned, you have to admit Richard did get the general points of his plan executed. He wanted Ezekiel to see the dangers with working with the Saviors. He wanted to die. He wanted the Saviors to think they were on board. He got all 3 of his secret wishes. So yeah, he got an innocent kid killed in the process. Silly Richard. This is so terrible to say. Maybe not as terrible as the other things I've said in this review, but Berserker or Psycho Morgan is the best Morgan. I am so excited. Excited is an understatement. This is going to be amazing. His character progression is going to be amazing. I'm getting really intense about this. That's how excited I am. And his mental breakdown is just so true to mental illness. It's not, oh, boom, you're cured in most cases. A lot of times it's a lifetime struggle and you have to keep it at bay or keep doing things to keep yourself in a healthier state of mind. Mental illnesses can sneak back up on you at any time. Or you can look at it as everyone has a breaking point. Sometimes after being broken once, it's easier to get broken again. Morgan adopted this Zen lifestyle and it held him together for a long time. But in the world they live in now, his way of life just doesn't make sense. At least not yet. And it was just a matter of time before enough traumatizing things happened that Morgan slid back down that hill. Morgan sharpening his stick at the end is a huge indication Berserker or Psycho Morgan has made a comeback, and I am in full anticipation. Psycho Morgan with martial arts skills added this time, that is the new and improved Psycho Morgan. Though you'll notice how bad he's already gotten, that he's already seen things again. Watch the ending when he's at the cottage. This isn't a crack. It's a break. Kind of a side thing, I like how Gavin handles the drop-offs. Yeah, he's a dick, but he also shows compassion as well. He was genuinely upset about the kid dying, and I think that's really important. I would rather have people like him in charge of doing things like that instead of Ratface, who is just clearly a sadistic fuck. Alright, best part, Jerry with the cobbler. I understand how Ezekiel just couldn't say no to that face. Simply adorable. And just throwing this out there, AMC, you kill Jerry, bad things will happen. Oh wait, no. The best part was Negan and the Saviors pushing Carol and Morgan a little too far, and now the boogeymen are coming for them. Good luck, Saviors. Save an extra bullet for yourself. You're gonna need it. Now what do you think? Do you think Morgan and Richard were actually working together and they planned together to complete his plan by having Morgan seemingly freak out and kill Richard? Or do you think Morgan just snapped and killed Richard and then afterwards was like, oh yeah, I guess this plan is going along like Richard thought? Or do you think Morgan just snapped and he had no fucks to give about Richard's plans? Also, why do you think Gavin made the Saviors and the Kingdom people not interfere with Morgan killing Richard? Do you think it was just a sadistic thing, or do you think he was just genuinely curious to see where it would go? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like the video, subscribe, and I don't know. Have a great day.